Hello everyone. In this lecture, we'll talk about GATE 2019 electrical machines solutions. First of all, let's see the weightage. So in GATE 2019, we have three 1 mark questions and four 2 mark questions. So the total weightage is around 11 marks. So let's start with the first question. So it is a 1 mark question. So what does the question says? A 5 kVA 50 volt by 100 volt single phase transformer has a secondary terminal of 95 volts when loaded. So they are asking us to find out the regulation of the transformers. So here we have four options. So let's see how to solve this question. So what they have given us a 5 kVA 50 volt by 100 volt single phase transformer, right? And they have given us the secondary terminal voltage is 95 volts when loaded. So now the voltage regulation can be given as voltage regulation equal to the secondary side no load voltage, that is 100 volts, minus the loaded voltage 95 by 100 into 100 per in percentage, because the options are in percentage. So this will give us 5%. So option D is the correct answer. So let's go to the next question. So which is a 2 marks question. So what does the question says? A single phase transformer of rating 25 kVA supplies 12 kilowatt at a lagging power factor of 0.6. The additional load at unity power factor in kilowatt that may be added before this transformer exceed its rated kVA. So they are asking us to find out the additional load that can be added before this transformer exceeds its rated kVA. So let's see the solution. Say let V be the rated voltage. Let let V be the rated voltage. What else they have given us? They have given us we have a load of 12 kilowatt, as well as it's a 25 kVA transformer, and the load is 0.6 lag, right? So since the rated voltage is V, we can write V into I1 primary current into 0.6 power factor equal to 12,000 watts. So if we solve this, we will get I1 equal to 20,000 by V amps. Now I1 bar can be given as 20,000 by V at angle minus 53.13 degrees. This is, we got it from the power factor 0.6. Now let's say our UPF load be W kilowatt. Now the voltage is same, and the secondary side VI2 equal to 1000 watt. Here we didn't consider power factor because it is a unity power factor. So we consider the load at UPF. Now I2 can be given as 1000 watts by V, and I2 bar equal to 1000 by V watts at angle 0 degrees because it's a UPF load. Now, when both the loads are present, the total current can be given as I bar is nothing but the sum of these two currents, I1 bar and I2 bar. So it will be 20,000 by V at angle minus 53.13 degrees plus W, sorry, 1000 by V at angle 0 degree. So if we solve this expression further, you will get, if we take 1000 by V as a common, since it is a phasor, if you write it in a polar coordinates and then take the, so you'll be getting around 12 minus J16 plus W. So this is I bar. Now if I want the magnitude, I can be given as 1000 by V. Since we are taking magnitude, it is square root of 12 plus W square plus 16 square, that is 256. Now what they have given us, the transformer kVA is 25 kVA, right? So if we equate this expression, this one, to 25 kVA, say, so this part, I want only this part should be equated to 25, and upon solve, we will get W equal to 7.21 kilowatt. So we found the current 1, current 2, and then when both the loads are present, we have calculated the equivalent current. From the current, we got the kVA, that is root over 12 plus W whole square plus 256, and it is equated to 25. Since the transformer maximum rating is 25 kVA, and if we solve, W equal to 7.21 kilowatt. So the additional load at unity power factor that can be added is 7.21 kilowatt. Let's go to the next question, which is a 2 marks question, and it is from DC machine. What the question says is a 220 volt DC shunt motor takes 3 amps at no load. It draws 25 amps when running at full load at 1500 rpm. The armature and shunt resistance are 0.5 ohm and 220 ohm respectively. They are asking us to find out the no load speed in rpm. Say, let us consider the first case, which is a no load case. Okay. Yeah. First case, which is a no load case. So in no load case, what they have given? They have given terminal voltage as 220, and it is taking a current of 3 amps at no load. So they want us to find out the no load speed in RPM, right? So this is we don't know. We know that the shunt current, shunt field current ISH1 can be given as terminal voltage by shunt field resistance, that is 220, that is equal to 1 amp. Now the armature current can be given as IA1 equal to load current minus shunt field current. So load current is 3 amps. So if we substitute that, we'll get 2 amps. Now the back EMF EB1 can be given as Vt minus armature current into armature resistance. So it will be 220 minus 2 amps into zero point 0.5 ohms. So this will give us 219 volts. Now take the another case, that is a loaded case. So here also we have Vt terminal voltage is 220 volts and the load current IL2 is 25 amps and the speed is N2 equal to 1500 RPM. Now here the shunt field current ISH2 equal to, it is same, right? 220 by 220, so it is 1 amp, and the armature current can be given as IA2 equal to load current, that is 25 minus 1, that is equal to 24 amps. Now the back EMF EB2 can be given as Vt minus IA2 RA. So it will be 220 minus 24 into zero point 0.5. Here we will be getting 208 volts. As we know that E is equal to 5Zn by 60 into P by A. So E is proportional to N. So EB1 by EB2 equal to N1 by N2. So if we solve this expression, we'll get N1, that is a no load speed, 1579.3 RPM. So the no load speed in RPM is 1579.3. Okay, we'll go to the next question. So it is a 1 mark question from synchronous machines. So what does the question says? A 3-phase synchronous motor draws 200 amperes from the line at unity power factor. Considering the same line voltage and load, they are asking us to find out the line current at power factor of 0.5 leading. So let's see the solution. So the power drawn by the motor at UPF can be given as power drawn by motor at UPF equal to root 3 times VL IL. So they have given already current. So root 3 VL into 200. So now what they are saying, the power factor is changed to 0.9 leading. So even the power factor changes, still the power drawn will be same if the losses, change in losses is neglected. So what we can do is root 3 VL IL into 0.5 equal to root 3 VL 200. So this gives us IL equal to 400 amps. Okay guys, let's go to the next question. Which is a 2 marks question from a synchronous motor. So what does the question says? A 220 volts 3-phase star connected synchronous motor has a synchronous impedance of 0.25 plus J 2.5 ohms, and the motor draws the rated current of 10 amps at zero point 0.8 power factor leading. So they're asking us to find out the RMS value of line to line voltage in volts. So let's see the solution. So they have given us the line voltage VL equal to 220 volts. Now the V phase can be given as 220 by root 3. So that is equal to 127.01 volts. And they have given us the synchronous impedance ZS equal to 0.25 plus J 2.5 ohms. And the motor is drawing a current IA say 10 amps at zero point 0.8 lead. So now E phase can be given as, we have a formula for E phase, that is root over V cos phi minus IA RA whole square plus V sin phi plus IA XS whole square. If we substitute the values for V phase in place of V, and cos phi is zero point 0.8, sin phi is zero point 0.6, IA is 10, RA is 0.25, and XS is 2.5. And if we solve this, we'll be getting E phase equal to 141.64 volts. So line will be E line equal to root 3 times E phase. So this is equal to 245.32 volts. So the RMS value of line to line voltage in volts is 245.32 volts. Okay guys, let's move on to the next question, which is a 1 mark question from an induction machine. So what does the question says? The parameters of an equivalent circuit of a three-phase induction motor affected by reducing the RMS value of the supply voltage at rated frequencies. So they're asking which of these parameters gets affected when we reduce the RMS value of supply voltage at rated frequency. Generally, stator resistance as well as rotor leakage reactance and rotor resistance are not affected by reducing the RMS value of supply voltage at rated frequency. One is the affected component is magnetizing reactance, because the magnetizing reactance is dependent on the air gap flux, which is given as proportional by V by M. So since we are reducing this voltage, so the air gap flux will get affected, and the magnetizing reactance is dependent on air gap flux. So the option is A. Let's go to the next question. This question is also from induction motor, so it is a 2 mark question. So what does the question says? A delta connected 3.7 kilowatt 400 volts 3 phase 4 pole 50 H squirrel cage induction motor has the following equivalent circuit parameters referred to the stator, that is R1 equal to 5.39 ohms, R2 equal to 5.72 ohms, X1 equal to X2 equal to 8.22 ohms. Neglecting shunt branch in the equivalent circuit. So they are asking us to find out the starting current in amperes when it is connected to a 100 volts 10 H 3 phase AC source. Let's see the solution. So what they have given us the equivalent circuit parameter set are at 50H 400 line to line volts. The values are R1 equal to 5.39 ohms, R2 is 5.72 ohms, and X1 is equal to 8.22 ohms. Now they are asking us to find out the starting current when the same machine is connected to 100 volts 10H 3-phase AC source. Now here, if you see the parameters X1 and X2 are dependent on frequency, and here the frequency is changing. So we have to find the value of X1 and X2 new at 10H. So X1 new can be given as X1 old into F new by F old. That is equal to 8.22 into 10 by 50. So we get 1.644. Similarly, X2 new can be given as X2 old into F new by F old. So that is equal to 1.644 ohms. Now the starting current per phase can be given by the following expression, that is V phase new by square root of R1 plus R2 plus X1 new plus X2 new. So you have to take square, guys. So if you substitute these values and solve the expression, you will be getting 8.63 amps. So this is 100 ohms, guys. Now the line current can be given as I line equal to root 3 times I phase, that is equal to 14.5